Real quick, sorry about the wind, people, but before the video actually starts, before we actually get into things, I would like to just tell y'all this is my first time doing this guide or doing the brawlhalla guide, so bear with me. Also, I will have some opinions that change about axe, gauntlets, and stuff like that, and when I do the 100 level rayman guide that will be coming up pretty soon, I will go more in depth with certain bits of like tips you can have with gauntlets and axe and some new information. And please try to be easy on me in the comments. I hope y'all enjoy and catch y'all niggas later. Most of this like simple. I'm not like the highest level player, far from it, but I have a good little bit of experience on axe. So this guide itself might not be super super long and super big body and shit, but it's just gonna give you some tips and just how to use the weapon. All right, so first things first, everybody know about neutral X. People say it's real fast. I don't know about that one when you have other weapons, but we'll talk about its strength, weaknesses, and all of that. All right, so neutral X, down in X, forward X. If you're in the air, you got the upswing, and let's see here. This right here is meant to be a kill option, but it doesn't kill for crap. But we'll talk about those issues or bigger issues later on. All right. So, giving you a quick little summary of what axe is, it's basically meant to be a really slow, air quote, weapon and also do mass amounts of damage for only a few hits, give or take, or you could do a lot of damage in one dodge read. Okay, now we also got to talk about the down air because I know a lot of y'all people see this right here. This right here, the whole game. This right here, the whole game, just. Now, this, I don't advise doing this in my personal opinion. Due to the simple fact is, axe is very, very predictable or telegraphed. So if you're doing this, they're gonna just spot dodge. Now this is gonna be more of a factor for when you're in the higher elos. Like in lower elos, maybe you could get away with just do all sorts of dumb shit, right? And don't get me wrong, because the problem with this, right? The problem going against this, okay, is they might do some like unholy dodge read or something where they get like a dodge read off of this after they get the true combo and hit you with a lot of mass damage and then just keep going for this the whole game. It is kind of oppressive, but it's slow. Now, I mean, it's slow in the sense that if you kind of get a feel for it, you can possibly beat it. So just kind of keep that in mind. There are a lot of other moves you can use on axe. Because anytime I've ever tried to ask anyone for axe tips, axe guide, or any axe experience, they say just do down air. So they expect me to just do this the whole game. Just pretty much down there. Now, am I saying not to use it? No, not at all. Not at all. If you're going against Lance or something, bro, go ahead and use it, bro. Like, by all means, bro, do what you gotta do. Like, I'm not saying not to use a move that's on the weapons kit, but when you're so reliant on just this, the whole game, it might work for you. Now, some of y'all might have gone to diamond with it, or, well, if you got to diamond with it, you probably wouldn't even be here. But some of y'all might have gone to plat with it, because I'm seeing a lot of plats just do this whole game. And I'm not saying I'm a god when it comes to, like, countering niggas that like to do this shit. But I can at least evade and fight and move and bob and weave. But enough with the down air. That's just toxic. We have a lot of ground game we can work with here. Now, let me put on the hitboxes. So, your main combo starter is this, right? That's going to be your main bread and butter. But you want to also remember a good dash in. This typically will allow to open up the door for you to kind of get in. Well, it also depends on what weapon you're fighting too. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm messing up the inputs here. Oh, damn. I tried it. Boom, boom. Oh, well, basically, you do this and then you try to get a read afterwards. Nothing major, but this allows you to at least possibly get a dodge read or possibly do something. And it allows you to break neutral is really what I'm referring to, okay? So it at least allows you to get in when you can't do nothing else. The reason you would want to opt out for this, even though it doesn't do much damage, is because of the issue with this move. Because sometimes you can overshoot it or hold up, let me show y'all real quick. Or you can undershoot it like that, right? And since for whatever reason they decided to make this move have a whole bunch of in-lag and in-frames, you want to be very careful with hitting this move. Now, when I say be careful, I'm not referring to just run away the whole time and then wait your turn and then try to get, and then if you miss, you like run away to the other side of the map. No. What I'm saying is just be smart with it, right? So I already know if I dash from here, I'm going to hit him. But if, let's say he was a little bit further back or whatever, like, I mean, that works, but that's also when the person's on the ground. Because if they're in the air, it's a different story, right? So what you might want to consider doing is doing a dash did it better. But if they're always floating and always jumping, you might be able to catch them with a grounded variation. Now, the problem with the grounded variation is, for me, it's muscle memory to do this. But you catch them with this GC variation, you might be able to get the side air trip, because it's one of those combos that's a very inconsistent. But if you get it close, hold on, let me show you something. If you get it close, you can continue up with potential reads here. You gotta hit it. It's something like that potentially, but that I don't really see that being more realistic. Boom, boom. I mean, one of these days I'll hit it. One of these days. I want to just show y'all. See, that's what I'm talking about. Muscle memory is a pain. But basically, you would hit the side air. This is the ideal of it, right? This isn't even my idea. This was an idea of one of my homies. So I would do this, and then I would, X right afterwards if they spot dodge. Now, if they go other ways, you can always try to practice this. It would be a good idea to get in the habit of hitting that, trying to hit that true. But on the same coin, this is guaranteed. Right there, that's guaranteed versus this potential, and they do about the same damage. 19. Okay, well, this is just slightly more. So if you're ever in a situation, but most of the times you're not really going to be in a situation where you're this close to somebody, unless you're just zooming around them, where you're this close and you're going to hit them. At least in my experience with hacks, my Rayman's a level 100. I want to say he's 100, but he's 99. And I play with my boy Baraza, so take that with what you'll take it with. So how you really want to approach with X is very difficult. It depends on how they're playing, right? Because if they're playing very floaty, you're going to have to mix up your repertoire, right? And what I mean by this is you're going to have to do some of this. You're going to do some of these. And you're also going to have to do some back steps with it. Back steps and forward steps, right? Back step because they'll be like, oh, he attacked. Or you know how like when people... Let me use gauntlets for this example. You know when people are just sitting there floating, and then they don't attack where you're at. They attack where they think you're going to go, right? So if you backstep and then do a move, they're going to attack where you backstep to, and then you might be able to get the punish. And then if you hit them with that, you might be able to hit them with... you might be able to hit them with like this. Doubt that, but what I really was trying to do, get up a little higher, and then you might be able to juggle them if you're able to catch them at the right angle. But they would be at a different, right there. Yeah, some shit like that, right? Where you're able to just kind of juggle them a little bit just to get that cheeky damage, and then you start building up your damage, and then you might be good to go. Because the meta right now in lower elos, I presume, I don't know what it's like in the big boys, high diamonds and shit like that. I don't know what it's like over in that. But in the elo where we at, around that plat level, high plat, around that mark, okay. Niggas like to float. I fought golds and silvers that, don't do that. But anyways, people like to float a lot, right? So what you're probably going to want to do is do a lot of this. And try to figure out, ways you could do falling. It's just X and up. But if you can figure out a way where you can utilize this, for example, going around like so. This isn't basically right here, right? What this in theory would be doing, right, is you're dash jumping, you're covering all of this above you. Now they still might catch you. Like for example, if it's Cypher something, they might just jump up and then like fast fall and try to hit you. But this is also why you're trying to, go away, go a different way. This weapon's really slow though. So while they're jumping in the air, you might be able to potentially catch him with one of these. Let's loot. And don't worry, we will get with the dodge reads momentarily. But I just gotta get this disclaimer out of the way. Well, long ass disclaimer. How to make the dude jump again. All right. True combo. You know, the first 2 hits. True combo, right? Right there, and then you know you might do like a recovery or something to that effect. Okay. And that would be how you would try to take care of the floaty players. Now, if you're playing person that's grounded and coming at you aggressively, you got a couple of options here. Because you could go for one of these, but the problem with that is if they know you're going to do that, they're just going to... And then take your cheeks, like literally just... And then just have a fun time with you, regardless of whatever weapon it is or whatever they want to use, or they'll just jump over it and then get behind you, right? So typically to break into neutral, you're going to want to do other moves like this right here. If you can hit it at the right angle, right? It's not that hard neither, okay? You hit this right at that sweet spot, you're able to also hit them up. This goes back to the dashing back and forth, but you can also do this into this, right? The reason you would do something like this is to bait them out because no one's willingly gonna walk up to your axe. So I throw out this move and then try to throw out that move, and then I try to get, you know, some type of a simulant of combos and onslaught of damage. All right, now that we got, you know, some of those general, your main approach with air players is gonna be your Sair. I mean, not yet. Well, your Sair too. That's going to be your hope, saving grace, and your upswing. You're going to be trying to get this around. Sometimes you might be able to use your ground pound, depending on the angle. But the problem with this is, at least you vulnerable. So while you're doing this, they might have a scythe, a spear, bow, or something that outranges this, and then they might be able to catch you while you're in the air. So with that being said, it said be careful, but these are options that we can partake in. You can even try to bluff them out with some recovery, trying to catch all that, you know, area. Your main thing is you want to use all these moves that Axe has, like basically as it's a vortex. Like, it's not really that good because these moves are slow, but if you can connect to one, you might be able to get some damage in. Or you might be able to, you know, do something here. Alright. Now, with that being said, let's talk about the other moves, like ground pound and stuff. Ground pound's pretty good, right? Do a combo, dodge read right there. And simply put, let's get to the dodge reads while we're talking about ground pound. Well, I mean, you would want to jump as such. Something like that. It would catch pretty much almost every dodge. Wait, hold up, I messed that up. But I personally don't like that one. Got that. Let's see here. You would just, you know, jump a little bit more in the direction if you're trying to go for the read. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Oh, maybe I got to jump for that one. Well, you wouldn't catch down, but if you're going for down, you would probably just do some shit like that. And then, all right, let's see here. Well, actually, this is what I like to do for down if I catch it really hard. Oh, damn, I messed it up. Hold up. Come on, baby. That, or it would be, let's see here. I don't catch like certain read like that because if I catch them with a read, I most likely got more damage on them, and I've seen them dodge that way already. So that sends them to an edge guard situation. Now, the most, I can't say the most optimal, but I think the one that gets the most damage. Oh, well, let's go back to neutral real quick. Is boom, boom. Boom, boom, recovery. Right there, that symptom too. Let's see where that symptom at. That symptom somewhere, that was about 90 damage, give or take, for one read. Oh, okay, hold up. Boom, boom. But then again, this is also going to be a 50-50 if you really hit this or not. Because in my experience, I deal with a lot of more floaty passive players. So they'll run away half the game and then fight you like they're sandstorm. So give or take, these are situational types of ordeals. But another read would be just ground pound. Another read. Wait, hold up. Come on, man. would be your up stick, presuming you can catch at such an angle. And then let me see here. We also got that one as I showed earlier. So those are pretty much going to be it. And then for your other dodges, it would basically be the same thing. Let me see here. See, so you would jump up with that one. Let's see. Recovery can sometimes hit. But the problem with recovery is it's really weird. It doesn't like to hit. It doesn't like to hit the way it's supposed to sometimes. So you almost got to like delay it at sometimes. Let me see here. Boom, boom. Like if you can catch them with the upswing, they're going up. But if you catch them with the backswing, they're going back. So trying to aim that is going to take some time. That sends them down, which is good if you're off stage. Let me see here. Maybe we can time it just perfectly. Yeah. So you can time it to hit them where you want them to hit it, but it's not easy. Right. Same thing here. And you're going to be out of options at that point. But same thing there. You would do that, or you could do something like that. Let's see here. Let's see which one does more damage real quick. Boom, boom. Okay, that's that color. Then we got boom, boom. Well, it's a clear winner on which one does more damage. But some people believe this one to be more safer. When I was looking on 1X guide and also on X tips, believes boom, boom. Well, they got to actually hit the combo. I can't hit it. I don't even practice this one. But basically, some people believe that particular read to be a lot more safer. Just because it's quick, you're not in so much in lag. But if you do hit the read, you're getting a shitload of damage. So though it's pretty much the same thing almost all the way down with the reads, but you can always mix it up. Let me see here. Let me just do a real one. Okay, so I know you went down that way. Try to catch it like so. Also, you don't even have to do the side air for reads neither. You could just do like a... Is he dodging? No, he's not. Here, let me show you. You do something like that. But the problem with that is it's inconsistent. When you're doing reads or any combo, you want to try to get damage off of it. You're trying to maximize all that damage you can get. So I believe this one to be the most optimal in the sense of the most damage, if that makes any sense. Okay, let's see. We took care of all the dodge reads. Now let's talk about edge guarding, which edge guarding with Axe is like a 50-50 in my opinion, due to the fact that it is not easy. Now, some people can be like, but. Now, the reason I say it isn't easy is if you're playing a player that has any brain cells at all, it will be easy. All right, so you got a couple of options here, right? Well, damn. Let's see here. Get this dude positioned right. All right, boom, boom. All right, so you got your ground pound. I mean, that's obvious. You also got your, well, gotta wait for him to go back. You also got your down air spray. And then ground pound. Let's see. It's kind of out of the ratio out of those two. But you're really just doing a few things here. You could just wait for them to come back like so. Well, if I can ever hit them. Wait for him to come back like so. Try to read his jump. You're just trying to read his movement, simply put, but with that. Trying to keep him at bay. Even though the bot's always going to jump. Like, if any of y'all play Scythe, it's the same rules here. Just try to stop him from coming back up. Ground pound. Okay, we took care of that. He's dead. Dominating. Now, the problem here is ground pound, if you let go too early, you're going to get hit by a recovery, most likely. Okay? Down air works. It works real good, but if you miss it or your aim is trash, you might not hit him. There we go. So you can go for it, but that most of the time in my experience playing with this, when I try to do this down air buffoonery, or at least try to do it off stage. It works sometimes. Well, but then again, I did play Rayman for most of my acts, so I'm probably doing it downstage. But you can hit him with like 2 of them, and then just go for a ground pound. Let me see here. 1. Well, I actually got to catch him. Wait for it. Come on. Yeah, because after that, I don't know how true this was, but like if you do like one move multiple times, it gets harder to do that move. I don't think that's 100% true, but in rapid succession, it might be. So I do that, and then they pretty much is going to get as far as they're going to get. Now, don't get me wrong though. For example, if I do this, and then they jump, and they jump again, I'm going to carry them off stage with the side air. Like I'm just going to keep going with it. But though there's a couple of cheeky things you can do here. Let this dude position off. There's a couple of cheeky things you could do. Like, let's say we've already talked about the base premise of this. You're going to rotate from ground pound to up, side air, down air, all of your moves, really. It just depends on what end of the coin you're at. But, trying to prevent them from coming back. If you're risking it, if you can do this tech, which I can't perform it myself because it is difficult. But basically, you do like a dash jump. Let's see. Like a dash jump ground pound, and what it's allowing you to do is it's almost like an X pivot, but it prevents you from doing this. Well, not that. It prevents you from doing this, where you're just in the air, and you're just like you're slowly going, so it's telegraphed. So you basically want to try to like bomb down there before they can even know you're coming. The ground pound is good depending if they're coming from back like right here. Right? You might be able to ground pound or bluff out a ground pound. Then you can recover back, catch them with a recovery. Once again, like we were talking about that backswing, that would send them down. Or you can see that they're on stage, go for a recovery, but be careful because like right here, that's only hitting stage. Let me show you what I mean. That's only hitting stage. All right. So what you want to try to do is angle it to where you're mainly hitting them or hitting the wall. Oh, damn. Angle it to where you're hitting the wall. Okay? Boom. And it's not super easy, but the main premise here is you smack them. Simply put. And let's see here. We talked about this, the down air. You can also go for that. Well, not like that, but you're trying to do it without being telegraphed. So trying to hit them with that real quick. And if you can make them get off right here, they're going to have to go down. They're going to have to either go down or they're going to have to recover up, right? So you have a few options. This is also where reading comes into play. You can either go for a down air if they go down and then possibly go for, just a ground pound or a falling ground pound to try to catch them. Hopefully you don't hit the wrong hitbox and it brings them up, but you go for that. Or if they swing around you, you have a few options, right? You can hit them with one of these. That'll stun them for a little bit. They might use a dodge it. You smack them against this and go back to the down air, ground pound, prevent them from coming back up, okay? Or they, do that. You stun them. And then you might try to get back up and smack them. Use a chase dodge, smack them. Or if you know where they're going to go and you know for a fact they're going to go up, you can just stare them and then see where they go from there. Also, the weapon throws. You can't forget about the demon weapon throws. But I digress. So, boom. You do that shit. You got them off, and then boom. It's kind of like if you've ever played Sword, and when you hit them, and then they want to keep jumping, and you just stare. It's kind of like that, but the problem with that is a lot of these moves are slow. Now, let's talk about protecting yourself with axe, or fully go into detail with protecting yourself with axe. All right? It's simple. Real simple. When you're recovering, try to recover like this, or try to recover like this, but if they have brain cells, that's not going to work, bro. It's not. Because all they're going to do is stand right here, wait for you to recover, dash, jump, grab you, or whatever weapon they got, dash, jump, grab you, send you to the abyss, and you're looking stupid.
So yeah, you have to be real careful. Okay, you can do this, right? You got that as an option. You can do this if they like to ground pound you or using lance. If you know they're gonna ground pound you, what you can do is a handful of things, right? You can wait for the ground pound. Let me get back on stage. Wait for the ground pound. What the hell? Hey yo! Excuse me? Gang. What bullshit is this nigga on? Oh, wait, maybe that's the shit it's always had. It's that new shit. But basically, you wait for these motherfuckers to ground pound. Then you can go for this. What that'll lead into is a side air. That'll bounce them off. And then once they hit that side air, you hit another one. Well, you would have to turn it around. You hit that side air, and then you might like ground pound to keep them away. Get back up, get your options, go right back down, prevent them from coming back up. Okay? If you know they're going for a ground pound, you can just smack them up. And then try to recover up, and then try to protect yourself with a down air. Okay, use down air, but don't just spam it. It's pointless. You're just gonna get to the point where a person's like, "I'm better than you." Now, but then again, some people play however they want to play. You just be like, "I prefer to float with axe. It's more better because axe is a slow weapon." I don't believe you should do that, but who am I? Anyways. You do this, you got this as an option, you got this as an option, you got this as an option. You have a lot of options to protect yourself, and we can't forget about good or reliable weapon throw. Weapon throw, recovery. Now this can still work. This also can work, and what it does, right? You're gonna be in a lot of recovery frames, and you might get punished for it. But if you're able to time it at the right angle, which sometimes is difficult, missed of a match. Right there, you got options back, okay? So he might be right there waiting to punish you, but you got your options back. I don't know about this one. Okay, I didn't even know if that one would work. Now, this one's a little more difficult, but if you can do it, cool beans. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess you could do that, but I don't think it would be worth it. And that's pretty much like the gist of what axe does. What axe does, it's not like a super complex weapon. Once you know the dodge reads, you just gotta play around with the other moves and just see how you can pair them and work on, you know, approaching and stuff like this. I did try my best. I probably put it down in the comments. This is my first attempt at a guide, so I do apologize if it's not the supreme of highest quality. Wait, hold up. Where's my nigga Rayman at? I'm not trying to be on another character right now. Hold up. Alright. So, simply put, you got all these moves. It's really slow. It's really trash. Not gonna hold you. But, you can still play it. You choose what you want to approach with. Some people really like doing this for some reason. It's like, oh, it works. You're not good at the game. Don't do it. And that pretty much sums everything up. Thank y'all everybody for watching. Tell me what other things y'all would like to see. I also will have some other guides coming out pretty soon. I'll catch y'all later. Hello? Wait. Y'all still here? Well then, all right, let's get into some, I guess, bonus shit, bonus little tippy tips with the Axie Axe. Let me show you a weapon throw that's true. You can also apply this to other weapon throws, just since you stayed all the way to here, even though the video ended and everything. If you throw your weapon, instead of throwing it like this, right? Well, let me show you the initial weapon throw combo in the first place. That's an option. That's an option. The reason I say that's an option is because most people don't dodge this despite having so many dodge windows. So you get a good it's a little quick burst of damage, all right? You can also do, not that, maybe you can hit that, but. Something like that, okay? Good amount of damage, real quick. And you won't be cheeky, you can also go for the ground pound. Also, let's talk about the ground pound just a wee bit more, okay? Ground pound. Boom. It's an approach option, but it's not an optimal approach option. Okay. There's the air version. That air version can work something like this. Well, you can't really combo into it while on lower percents, maybe in a higher percent. Let's see here. Hold on, let me make sure the viewer didn't say anything. I am recording this on Twitch. Let me just make sure the little homie didn't say nothing. Okay, he didn't say nothing. All right, cool. So, ground pound, you can also use it. Not the downstick of Rayman, but ground pound, and then you probably can do some shit like that. Now, if you can clearly see, that had a crap load of dodge windows. Now let me show you something. Yeah, so what this allows you to do, right, is it allows you. Oh, okay, all right, messed it up when I'm trying to be cool. It allows you to get a good little quick sum of damage. Real quick. Well, okay, alright, you do gotta be a good little distance away from it. The inputs aren't really hard. I can just explain them. It's... Come on. Any day game. Any game. Alright, so it's diagonal weapon throw. So instead of throwing it straight, throw it at a diagonal. Okay. Then you're gonna run dash down the fucking kick. I don't know the fucking brawler terminology. I never got that shit. Pick up your weapon, which you should already have it at bumper anyways. Jump, down air, dodge read, which can literally be anything. So you literally can freestyle with this because I did a neutral X. Well, I missed this one, but you can literally freestyle this with almost anything you want. Something like that. Try to finish him off. Alright, he's dead. Okay, cool. Gotta stock off. Ooh, I'm good at the game now, ma. Alright. So, that it's that. If you can hit that, hold up. Well, hold on, gotta get the timing right. Well, most of the time, not most of the time, but a lot of the time people might go down. So a quick ground pound doesn't hurt, but if you know they're gonna go up, you can do this, or this cool little segment, cool, quick little bonus to tippy tip. And same thing with the other dodge reads. You just gotta do it for yourself and see where people like to dodge at, right? So, because for me, most of the time it's always a neutral dodge, something like that. You feel me? So we got that out of the way. We got that shit going. Now it's literally that's it. That's everything. I'm trying to make sure I didn't forget anything, but if I did forget anything or put anything else down in the comments below, let a boy know some. You can play Axe however you want to play. You can play aggressive. You play a little more parry-like or a little more counterly-like. That's really just up to you. Alright? So to each their own. Also, if you do want some raw gameplay of just me playing Brawl, let anyone know something. Probably play some experimentals. Probably try to play a little rank and see if I can get that rank up a little higher while also fighting against all these floaty players. The floaty abominations. You feel me? But now, for real though, this is the ending of the video, and I will catch y'all later. Goodbye.